Blessings, welcome. If I don't already know you, my name's Amanda, and I wanted to chat a little bit today about exactly what goes down in these one-on-one yoga Ayurveda sessions. So, learning how to individualize my own practice is really where it started. This was such a pivotal time for me after practicing in different lineage and different styles for a really long time, and finally finding a groove that felt like my own practice. And then I saw that began to ripple out into my life, and I began to question what I was doing, why I was doing the things that I was doing, and crafting and creating a life that actually felt like my own as well, not necessarily what the system or my social conditioning had led me to believe was, what I should do. So yeah, yoga ripples out into all aspects of life. So get ready for that if it hasn't happened to you already. But over the last 6 years or so, I've been studying and experimenting with Ayurveda, which has been life-changing, game-changing. And I guess that's why I'm really passionate about sharing this information and these tools with students one-on-one. It's actually become my favorite way to work with students in this one-on-one format, where we really go back to the heart of how yoga was taught originally and how we can be most effective in transmitting and receiving these ancient tools and ancient wisdom. I mean, Ayurveda is the world's oldest health and healing system, and it's often seen as something quite tricky or quite mysterious, and I'm here to tell you and share with you that it is super practical and super relevant for our modern life, and I want to show you how. So in the first session that we do together, we discover your dosha. So before we even meet online, I'll get you to answer a series of questions, and that'll give me a really good idea about what we're working with. Your dosha is your body, mind, constitution, and you can read more about that on the site, on the internet, everywhere you go. But the doshas are really the foundation for all of the other stuff that we work with. You can think of Ayurveda as an umbrella that covers our whole life. So we're looking at diet, we're looking at sleep, we're looking at routines, schedule, the whole gamut of what life entails, including work, including relationships. But to rewind, in this first session, yes, we're going to go through exactly what your dosha is. Everyone has an individual dosha. It also changes according to what phase of life we're in. So we're going to unpack all of that. Super juicy, super insightful, and also quite funny to realize how true to our doshas we really are quite often. Then in session 2, we're going to go through an individualized yoga practice specifically for you and helping to balance out this dosha, body, mind, and working with whatever it is that you want to focus on. So if there's an injury to heal, or if there is a particular family of poses that you'd like to open up in your body, then we go for that. And we also record the session so you can practice this sequence anytime you want to at home on your own, and begin to really feel what it is that your body needs, and use that kind of individualized sequence to begin to inform your own practice, learning how to craft your own practice. Session 3, we dive a little bit deeper into this Ayurvedic information, and again, depending on what you want to focus on, we can either look at balancing out the diet and really going deep into food and nutrition. We can look at sleep, which is mainly dominated by our morning and our evening routine. So we get deep into that and all of the Ayurvedic principles for what we should be doing in the morning and the evening, and what we shouldn't be doing either. And then we also kind of zoom out and look at reducing stress in the weekly schedule. This is a big one. So this is actually something I'm really passionate about as well, because once I learned how to set up my weekly and monthly schedule according to the rules of nature and also according to my cycle, that was a game changer. So there's that, there's scheduling, and it could go on and on and on. So that's session 3. organic room for it to kind of be whatever it needs to be and whatever you want it to be. And in session 4, we go back to that individualized yoga practice and really get it anchored and embodied in your mind, in your body, in your heart, on your mat, and having a real felt experience of what that's like to have a practice that helps to balance and optimize the flow of energy. So that's in a nutshell. That's as condensed as I can get it. I could go on for hours, but if you're interested in working with me one-on-one and going through this 4-week program, it can be over 4 weeks, but if it doesn't end up fitting into your schedule that way, we can of course zoom it out to work over a little bit of longer period of time, but really consistency is the key. So there's like the flexibility, the compassion, and then there's also the structure and the commitment. So we balance the two. So if you'd like to get involved and start learning how yoga and Ayurveda can enhance and optimize your life on every level, including your practice, then you can hit the little button below. All of the info is below, and I would love to work with you. Have a wonderful day.